Welcome, boys and girls, to this video of King's Quest, the very first King's Quest. Now, this game does not really seem like much, I will tell you that, since after all, it was the very first game in its kind. So, Shara themselves also had to work things out a little on this. This is, by the way, also the game that earned Roberta Williams the nickname the mother of the adventure games. Now, it is not entirely true, since the adventure games do predate this one, but in this particular form, yes. As far as I've heard the story, and then we have to go back to the time that computers could only put on text on screen and had no really real graphics. And at that time, there was a game called Adventure. It basically says, I am now on a beach. What do you want me to do? And then you can just type go north, go south, go west, etc., etc. And then you could type go south, and then the computer would say, I'm now in a jungle. I do see some bananas here, and then take banana, and you took the banana. Well, this concept seems to inspire Roberta Williams so much. I've been told that she was plainly addicted to the game, actually causing her husband, Ken Williams, to be worried about her. This did inspire Roberta Williams to develop a kind of design, rather. She is no coder or anything, but she did design a kind of, I'm to think, a kind of horror game. You wouldn't say it from the cuteness of King's Quest, but it has been said that Roberta Williams has actually been a quite fan of horror, which is of course shown by the much later released game Phantasmagoria, which is also from her design. And there, well, you couldn't walk around like you could in the King's Quest games, but you did see with a few lines how the room you were in was drawn, so you could basically already get a bit of the picture of what you were in. There was no hero walking in it, you just saw the room. Well, King's Quest would change all that, with thanks to the AGI interpreter, which was designed to cover as many possible kinds of home computers at the time. And there were quite a lot back then, which is also a bit the reason behind the blocky graphics. Back then, it was really a miracle that there were already computers supporting 16 colors. Resolutions were low, of course. Memory was a very big issue also. And the graphics had to be recognizable on the computers with the lowest graphic specifications. Excuse me. So they had multiple versions of AGI, one for each platform at the time. So they could basically release the game without having to alter the assets, without having to alter the scripts, without having, well, to alter anything but the game engine itself. And, well, King's Quest was, at the time, pretty much revolutionary. It is really not competitive to the standards we held today, but that Sir Graham is able to walk behind this tree and that you don't see him then, and that you can then walk in front of it. That was back at the time really revolutionary. It was also the reason why Shara had the nerve back then to call their engine a 3D engine. You have, of course, to remember that the true 3D effects, like you see them in a game such as Quake, was back in those days really unthinkable. This was as 3D as 3D could come. Yeah, I'm getting myself a stroopwafel. If you heard some rapping instead. The 3D effect that makes me able to walk in front of the tree and to go behind it was thanks to 15 layers that the engine had. Let's put it on fast. Well, of course, the game is a bit set in a typical fairy tale-like setting. Well, I already killed myself. Luckily, I'm still at the start. But what was I about to say? Well, back in the day, those kind of effects were truly revolutionary and would really set the start of the standards that we hold today. Well, this is a typical fairy tale setting. Yes, I said it before. I was a bit distracted by my death. The cliche mode with crocodiles or alligators in it. This game calls them alligators. Whatever they are doesn't really matter. Yeah, I've heard about them before in fantasy setting stories. I actually doubt they were used in castle modes for real. Well, it's still using commands to actually do something special. Yeah, if you have played King's Quest 2, 3, 4, yes, those three, and also 6, then you may recognize that the wall where the banner is now on would later be the wall where you can find the magic mirror. But actually, this game is the game where you will actually obtain that mirror. And if you talk to the king, you will actually find out why. When you speak to King Edward, he sighs and says, "Sir Graham, I'm an old man. I fear my end is near. I have chosen you to prove yourself worthy of the throne. As you know, our kingdom is weak and poor. I have knowledge of the existence of the three things that would make our kingdom wealthy and strong. Somewhere within our kingdom, there is a magic mirror. I've already mentioned it, but it tells the future. There is a magic shield that will protect the bearer from mortal harm. And finally, a magic chest, which is always filled with gold coins. Go, Sir Graham. Go and bring me back these treasures. If you succeed, you will inherit the throne. Well, so basically just 3 tasks. In that perspective, this game is not too much different from games we already know from later times. Let's begin with task number 1, the shield. Basically, I need to get myself 2 items for that. A pack of cheese and a 4-leaved clover. Now, that all seems pretty trivial, but remember, in the old days, it was not unusual for your character to die. Well, you basically could already see that. Um, Not to mention that you could also have some dead ends, meaning that you are strictly speaking not dead. But that the game was unfinishable. Well, gentle Sir Graham, I am your fairy godmother. Your quest is indeed noble. My part to aid you can be no bigger than this magic spell. Protective, but for a little while. I'm already under the effect of the spell. Yeah, the spell protects me against the two witch living here. And this note is not required for this task. As a matter of fact, it's not required at all. The note reads, sometimes it's wise to think backwards. That is a hint for a different task. Namely the magic. You will see me make many temp saves. That is because there are some areas in which a random danger, well, not that random, as it is always fixed on the same location. Yeah, the walnut tree. Okay, the spell has worn off. Well, not that I really need it now, but hey. This is for a different task. That troll won't let me pass. I know of two ways to get past it. Because I really wanted to enable you to get things done on multiple ways. Yeah, this bird will help me later. But I first need the four-leaved clover, and I really need to find out where that is. Thankfully, people drew maps of this game. Let me check the map. Just a moment. As going around in circles many times is not going to do any good now, would it? Well, let's see. Yes. Okay. One step west, one step south, and then I will be in the field where the four-leaved clovers are located. only one 4-leaf clover. Yeah, you really have to type the swim command every time you get into the water or you'll drown. That is something that is really come better in later installments of King's Quest or yes. Now let's hope that the bird will come. Birdie! Bird. This cave is for the magic mirror. Yeah, when you press 0, don't tell me the bird won't ever get here back again. Ah, there it is. Come here, birdie. Yeah, if I just jump at the right time, it will pick me up. Of course, it has to get close to me. And then he's gone. Now that is when I lost my clover in the process. Whew. Yeah, the wolf couldn't eat me because I was still under the protective spell. All right, this is let's say from the clover fields, it's west south. Yes, east south. I guess I am lost once again. Let's see. I am now at the lumberjack's house. Yeah, just checks my map. And let's hope the bird will come quickly. Yes, there it is. Come on, birdie. Get me. Yeah. I played this before, it went a lot quicker. Well, I guess I saved just at the most Yes. Ouch! Now, before I jump into this hole, I really need this mushroom, but not to use it yet. Yes. Well, giving the. Oh yeah, let's. The game says you do want to count your fingers. You count your fingers, and I'm relieved to see you still have all of them. The leprechauns revere the power of the four-leaf clover. With it in your possession, they will leave you absolutely alone. The king's magic prevents you from getting close enough to harm you. And that covers the first task. Well, I'm too big to fit through that hole, but when I eat the mushroom, I will shrink and be able to get out. And the effect has worn off. Task 2. Well, let's go for the magic mirror. I'll deal with the sorcerer. Mm, for the magic mirror, I will first need a dagger. Ah, yeah. Kind of odd thing to find somewhere in the forest. Yeah, there are three bridges leading to that island, but all three are guarded by its wall. There appear to be two ways to get rid of it. Either give it a golden egg, or lure the goat to it, and the goat will attack the troll. This goat. But since I don't need any of that to deal with that, let's ignore that for now. If that is all for the third task. Climbing this tree could get me to the golden egg. But this is where the dagger can be found. And let's see. Was that all I needed? Yeah, I think it is. Don't expect me to get the full 158. As a matter of fact, don't even expect me to get the even close to the 100. And yes, this is the place to be. Mm, no, not lower bucket yet. Okay, I got the bucket. Now let's... Now, I really wonder how this place could all be dry, as the other side of that tunnel was completely submerged. Mm. Anyway, there are two ways to kill this dragon, either by throwing a knife to it, killing it. Um, the other way is the more preferable way and also the way that gets you points. Because getting too close to the dragon is deadly, but standing too far away. Yeah, my bucket filled up while I was swimming through the well. The water hits the dragon squarely in the mouth, extinguishing its roaring flames. No fire! How mortified and embarrassed the dragon is. Moving a huge boulder and leaving, the dragon creeps out off to sulk. As you are holding the magic mirror, you look into it and see a vision of yourself with a crown on your head. Well, that's nice. And of course, now I have to wonder, as somewhere a little elf can be encountered. And to be honest, I have no clue where that elf can be found. I really need it if I am to obtain the treasure chest. Mm, mm, the creator of this map was so kind to put in at least the threads and the fairy godmother. Now, the fairy godmother is very easy to find. Yeah, there's also a label. Now that is this is gonna be quite hard, because I don't see the elf depicted on any of these map positions. So I guess I'm a bit on my own here. Great. Now I have to go for that dragon again. Well, let's first get out of the cave and then save the game. The chest. Yeah, I was already hoping that shields would protect me. It actually did. Okay, nothing I can get here. Oh, yeah, I can get some pebbles. No idea. Of course, I could expect this to happen. Yes, she can take me thanks to the shields. Yeah, nothing I can do here yet. This is one of the ways to get the treasure chest. Ah, there the little elf is. The elf, impressed by your friendliness, gives you a magic ring. Kind person, know that once and only once this ring will make you invisible, he says, and then disappears. That is one of the stuff I need to get that treasure chest. Well, no idea where the castle is. Well, I guess I'm just... Well, that was not really my intention. Yes, that's the well. Okay, that's the fairy godmother. Of course, when the code method doesn't work, then I'll go for the easy method. Show. Never give, as then it will eat the carrot right away and won't follow. Yes, now it follows me. Yeah, we didn't have Dijkstra pet finding routines in games at the time. approach the bridge, a mean ugly troll appears and refuses to let you cross his bridge. It is a well-known fact that goats hate trolls intensely. You should move aside and let the goat take care of this nasty troll. The goat butts the troll right off the bridge, never to be seen in these parts again. Yeah, I could also give it a golden egg, as it wants treasure. Yeah, this gnome wants me to guess his name. Now I really need to copy that from documentation on the net, as this name is just nuts. I also should note that that not guessing the name right is actually the easier way to go. In the later SCI version, it's just Rumpelstiltskin spelled backwards. However, in this AGI version, they made things even harder and, well, yeah, well, sorry, things went a bit wrong when I looked up the name of the gnome. My recording software went a bit acting up on me, but let's try it again. Talk, gnome, and then guess my name. Well, IFN KOVHGRONGHPRM. Really, I could really not make this up. It is really because some documentation told me this one. I will really admit that I would never have guessed that on my own. Sometimes it's good to think backwards is one of the hints to this. In the SCI version, it's just Rumpelstiltskin spelled backwards. I don't know if the old recording got it before. It's just stopped. And let's now take my screen to the normal mode. There. Okay, let's continue. Now, if I would not have guessed it right, you would have left a golden key, which is by far the more easy way to go. And basically those beans and that ring are the only two things I need. And this is my ticket to the chest. Now, this is of course what King's Quest has always been hated it for. Quite often in mountain passes, this time in a climb. And let's actually put the game to slow. It is basically trying to get a bit higher. And then stop movement, save. And that was too early to go up. Still is. And that too is. Really? How did they want me to go? Ah. Yes, it can sometimes really be only one pixel that makes the trick work. Sometimes a bit beyond logic, as this was the last way I would go actually. And from this point, going down will always mean death. I'm not going to wait for that entire animation. Not a wrong move, I guess. Oh. Of course, it doesn't really make sense that the easier way to go is actually when you guess the gnome's name wrong. That way will, by the way, also be opened to me on the way down. And those who played King's Quest 3 without playing King's Quest 1 should recognize the place where I end up to, as that would be the place where Rosella was tied up in order to be sacrificed by the dragon. And just like what Graham's future son, Quaidian, or Prince Alexander, is a bit reliant on, so would Graham be invisibility. Okay, that's a good thing. That Graham has to use an invisibility ring. Alexander used a spell. The invisibility ointment that you could make with the help of the sorcery of old. Really be thankful for that modern adventure games don't use this kind of crap anymore. But the very last pixel it disapproves. Yes, that is how precise it works. Oh, this should do it, I hope. And that is an auto-save game. To the left, the most logical direction to go, given what I could see, not. No, I'm not out of the woods yet. But at least this is the end. And I basically am relying now on my footprints. Basically, I just have to wait. Eventually, the giants will get bored and fall to sleep. The enormous giant has been carrying that very heavy chest a little longer than he can remember. Very carefully, you slip the magic chest from the sleeping giant's arms. And with that, I have all 3 treasures. Well, and in King's Quest 3, you could only get up front. So this stairway. Here it is your way up when you guess the name of the gnome wrong. But it would always be your way down. Now the ring will soon lose its power. And disappear. Yeah, still one wrong step and you will fall down the stairs, getting yourself killed. Well, that is that. And basically, I just finished the game now. All I have to do now is head back to the castle and turn in the 3 prizes. Of course, it is a bit of searching where the castle actually is. Okay, did still steal the treasure chest, I see. So, yeah, that sorcerer can't really do anything to me anymore. The witch can't hurt me. Yes, this should be the way to go. Let's save before I cross that bridge, as I do easily mess up there. And let's see. It's a bit. Yes, now the game reacts. You move aside as the king steps from his throne. As you approach the throne, the king himself rises to commend you for a job well done. The king proclaims in pain. From the seemingly lifeless king you hear these words. Well done, Sir Graham. You have been a good man and faithful servant. Your reward is well deserved. My kingdom is yours. With those words, King Edward the Benevolent dies. The experiences of your quest will be invaluable to you as you begin your reign as King of Daventry. Thank you for playing King's Quest from Ken and Roberta Williams, Sol Eckerman, Chris Hayden, Jeff Stephenson, Mark Crow, Bob Ballou, Michael Knight, Susan Lee, Ross Trulove, and Larry Weisselborn. And well, basically the game will just stick to this point forever. So let's just wait until that Green Sleeves tune is over. And on that notice, I will say goodbye to you. This might well be one of my shortest videos, but this is also one of the shortest graphic adventures that I have. See you another time with another game. Bye bye.